Welcome back. Today's tutorial is going to be for the end stage flux controllers, or as I call them from this point forward, the warp boxes. If you find these tutorials helpful, please like, subscribe, and click the notification, the bell icon, to be notified when I post new tutorials. Hey everybody, let's open up our tutorial Blender scene, Blender file. Cursor to center just to get me started off, and we're gonna make these rectangular sections at the end of the warp engine. But what I want to do is I want to go to where I've got my, actually it looks like I've got an awful lot of my warp engine here, so let's move this end cap to level 3. Okay, and then I'm going to hit 3 on my keyboard, and I'm looking at it from the back, because what I want is one of these here. Now, I want to grab a complete one of these ridges. So I'm going to grab this. Ooh, I certainly don't need that. Whatever that is. Okay, cool. Let's do this. 1. Okay, Z to make it transparent. Okay, good. I want to grab everything forward of the back end. So B. Okay. H. Cool. Z and 3. Okay, so now we only see this back end. All right, so that's I'm gonna C, and I'm gonna grab this vert all the way around to there. That's all I want. Shift D and P, Control P, no, P by selection. Okay, good. Tab, Control H, right? Great. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to click this area because this is what we just duplicated, and this is our original model. So I'm going to move the model back to level 2. Whoops. Move 2. Okay, great. 3. And I've only got this left. All right. We'll look at it from on top. There it is. I'm going to turn this to bounding box center. Okay. Rotate. Whoops. Shift, Control, Alt, C. And origin to geometry. All right. So now, R to rotate 90 degrees. Actually, yeah, well, what the heck. 3, rotate 90 degrees, 7. All right, so now, actually probably don't want it like that, but let me think here. All right, now I really want this to be flat, so we need to rotate it a little bit. Rotate. Okay, so almost. All right, so that's not bad, but what I want to do is I want to grab all of these verts, and in this particular case, because I've rotated this way, scale Y 0, and click. Matter of fact, I guess I should do it with all of these. Scale Y 0, enter. Scale Y 0, enter. Scale Y 0, enter. And last but not least, scale Y. Oops. Try that again. Scale Y 0, enter. Okay, great. So this should be fairly uniform now. And if I pick this here and this here, and let's see, Shift S, cursor to center, Z, nope, Shift S, cursor to selected, duh. Then Tab, Shift Alt Control C, origin to 3D cursor. It's now in the middle of this object, not including that. Not that it makes any difference, I guess. All right, but now I've got one loop. So if I double this, I can make it go, I can make it whatever size I want. But what we're going to do, tab into this, deselect. I'm going to grab this bottom here. I'm going to extrude Y and just pull it down a little bit. I don't want a lot, just a little. A. Alright, so tab out. Actually, A, select it all, remove doubles because something bothers me there. Nope, okay. I wonder, 1. So scale Z 0, enter. That's as flat as it's going to get. Alright, but for whatever reason it sees this as almost separate. Doesn't matter. Tab. Alright, I'm going to rotate it so that it's facing out here. So we can rotate 180, right? And look at it from 1, rotate 90. And I'm going to grab this and move it here. All right, grab. Now, I want this to, I want to duplicate this all the way down here, or at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times. Alright, so let's go to our modifiers. Add a modifier, we're going to pick array. Move this up. Get that out of there. Alright, fixed count, so 16. And I'm going to look at this from control 3. Alright, what we want is not with this, so that's going to be 0. 1, nope. Try this, 1. There we go. Only in the wrong direction, so -1. Okay. Let's look at this from 1. Well, we're going to have to make it larger in any case. Alright, so I'm going to apply this array. And then I'm going to grab, let's see, tab A, come up here. I'm going to grab this top vertex on the bottom of the thing. Shift S, cursor to selected, right? I'm going to go to 1. Going to tab out of it. So now I've got my solid object here, and I'm going to change this from bounding box center to 3D cursor. So now we're going to scale and just make this larger. by having it scale from the last vert, it's going to scale in exactly the direction that we want. It did not get taller. So now I'm going to look at this Control 3 again, and we don't need this down here. So Tab, deselect everything, B, just select those two verts, X, verts, great. Okay, so now we've got a wavy texture. Going to A, select all the verts, right? And extrude them in the X direction. Oh, hang on. Sorry. I apologize. Okay, so we've got all of our vertices selected. All right, so we're going to extrude E in the X direction and pull these down to here. A to deselect, Tab, Smooth, Z, and we've got that nice waffle-like texture, right? I'm going to throw in an edge split. All right, so not too shabby. Going to increase this to 60 degrees or so. So that means that the right angles at the ends will be sharp, but that this waffle-like thing will be smooth and rounded. Okay, great. It's even in the right spot. So I'm going to, at this point, Shift, Alt, Control C, then Origin to Geometry. Should put the origin right in the middle. What we need, though, is we need a box. If I go to 7, I grab this in the Y direction and move it about here, although it's in the right space and so on, it won't fit all the way back. And I don't think it's supposed to. If we look at Gary Kerr's and Chris Trice's photographs, it looks to me like this textured section on the outside is a darker gray than the sides. But let's go in closer now. Granted, this is from a previous restoration before the current one, but to me it looks like this idea still holds. The box, for the most part, is hull colored, and then this top section is dark gray, just like the end warp cap. And this is even closer. You can see that this is darker gray than down here. This is darker gray than down here. So, Shift S, cursor to selected, put it right in the middle of this. Shift A, mesh, cube. Okay, so we've got a giant cube. Z to make it transparent. Scale it down. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter in this case, but I'm going to go back to bounding box center. And I want this cube to be as wide as our object, right? But scale Y, bring this down, grab Y, place it in back of our object, right? Go to 1, scale Z, and make it same thickness as our object. Okay, cool. Now, this box here in the back that we have just added, I want to go here and make it hull gray, but this waffle texture should be dark hull gray, and it held it over from, because I copied the waffle texture from the warp engine. Alright, so that's pretty good. Now, if I grab that and that, We're going to move this to layer 1. I'm going to go here. I'm going to move everything here to layer 1. For now. Alright, so here we are. And this is actually in the right spot. Not bad. Now, I just want our new textured item and the square that it's kind of sitting on. No, it's not sitting on it perfectly, is it? That's interesting. Looks like this is rotated slightly. Control 3. It is. How very odd. All right, I'm going to pick this waffle thing. Rotate. Grab Y. All right, at least now it's sitting on it. Okay, so now I've got both the waffle thing and the cube behind it selected. Shift D. Rotate. Whoops, hang on. Control 3. Z. Rotate 180. Right? Grab Y. Move it over here. Z. And grab Y. Guess move it out a little more. That's not bad. A. All right. That was quick and almost painless. Don't forget to save your progress. File save. And next time, we're going to start working on the details that go in the trough. So good work, guys. Job well done, and I will see you next time.